How did I get over 20 college soccer offers? Today I want to talk to you guys about something that I did that's not very common in the college soccer recruiting process, but is a very underused tactic, and it actually worked astronomically well for me in getting seen by more schools that I was personally interested in. I'm going to talk to you all about guest playing. And for whoever doesn't know what guest playing is when you play for a different team at a showcase or an event in order to get seen by more coaches. It doesn't have to be particularly be seen by more coaches, but most of the time, players are doing it either for higher level playing or, for my case, to get seen at events that my team wasn't playing at. So be seen by more coaches. Playing for a small team originally in LA, I wasn't getting seen by many of the high academic D3s I wanted to be seen by on the East Coast. So I had to get creative and think of ways to get in front of them because I was in communication with them. But all the conversations were, we need to see you play in person, we need to see you play live, because it's obviously a very important part of the process. So when Jefferson Cup came up and the Las Vegas Players Showcase came up, I knew many coaches I was interested in their programs were going to be at those events. So because my team wasn't competing in either, I contacted club coaches who were going to be attending that event, asking them whether they needed a player to come play for them or they need an extra body, because obviously with traveling events, it's hard for the whole team to get there, and usually some teams are down in numbers. And luckily, by taking the time, took a while to find all these coaches' information and email them with my information, with my highlight video, all of that. But after doing that, I got email back from coaches saying they would love to have another player, and they loved that I was being proactive, and they'd love to have me come with the team. And so I ended up going to both those events. And luckily, I was able to get seen by a lot of the coaches who I was talking to on email already, who hadn't been able to see me play live already. And I was getting so many more eyeballs on me than my competitors coming from California as well, because there's a lot of great players in California, but there's not as many schools. So it's hard for a lot of us to get recognized. And for me, going out there to Virginia, going to Vegas for these events, put me in a position that not many players were in, to get more eyeballs on them and get more coaches seriously looking at them and considering me, right? So this was essential in my process. And look, it's all about being proactive. Again, not everyone has the means to travel, but if it is an option for you and you can make it work, it goes such a long way in getting seen. And for me, I got double the coaches watching me, double the eyeballs, seeing me play, evaluating me, considering me for their team at these events than I would have gone throughout my entire recruiting process before then. And it helped me narrow down what schools were interested in me. It helped me add schools that reached out to me that were interested in me, and I was able to use those to leverage with other schools. For me, it was just super positive going to these events and guest playing and getting that extra interest, communicating with more coaches in person, and getting seen by coaches I was interested in but wouldn't have had the chance to otherwise. So it's a very underused thing. Not many players attempt to guest play at these events, but it's very possible, and there are teams that, if given the opportunity, they would like to bring another quality player in. I generally think guest playing alongside of film were two of the things that helped me get recruited the most. And I think if I hadn't been proactive and went for these guest playing spots, I think I would have gotten a lot less interest from coaches, a lot less offers, and my college soccer recruiting process would not have gone nearly as well as it did. So if you want help trying to guest play or doing anything else in the college soccer recruiting process, go to the link in my bio and call me.